half a meter long.
What's the material for the main frame?
Material for the main frame is mild steel, MS. Strong.
And it's rectangular.
Square. Square hollow shaft. Square hollow section, sorry. Feedbacks, ideas, comments, whatsoever.
Why not use round
Okay, for that, as we encountered at first on our framework, this, if we are going to attach the power system, which is made out of angle bars, attaching it to a round section, actually the angle bar, even though you welded it, it has a tendency to fall off. The reason for that is because a circle shaft like this, imagine this is a mild steel circle shaft, right? You attach it to another one which is rectangular, say this. As you can see, the surface contact, the surface area of contact is very small. So if you weld it in place, it has a tendency to fall off. As compared to a square and a square, let's say this is a square and this is a square, the surface area is very big. So yeah, that's the reason why we use square instead of circular. Noise level, not that much other than if you can take this, you can take this out, 6 of it or 4 of it. Yeah. Okay, because this is the whole competition. Bosch actually wanted us to use this to create a car. So we have to use this. Yeah, we cannot modify it, we have to use it as it is. Feedbacks, anyone?
The reason I'm asking because I saw there are so many of battery operated motorcycles.
Yes.
And just get an engine.
Yeah, we wish we could. We wish we could actually. That would be more powerful. Yes. We wish we could.
And they would like Bosch to prove that their machines are very powerful. Huh?
Yes, Bosch would like to prove that the machine can take up to 100 kg, I think. So.
In fact, there are how many competing teams? 60?
12.
No, altogether before they knock off.
Okay, before they chose us, there are around 60 over teams.
65.
Yes, 65 teams.
And out of 65, 12 were selected from public and private universities. And they are the only team came from INTI. And they are one of the selected one who will compete with the 12. When is the competition?
End of July. Any questions?
I think maybe your back frame should be done with one piece instead of a lot of joints, bolts and nuts. So if you can, I think maybe you should reduce the joint.
Okay, yes, disjointed will be welded instead of bolts. Bolts will only be for the power system, so we can detach the power system and attach it whenever we need it. That's the only bolt. The rest will be welded in place.
I mean, don't even weld it, just bend it.
Oh, bend it.
Yeah.
Okay, the problem for bending will be the material itself. Machine, I don't think INTI College has. Maybe College Subang Jaya doesn't have that rolling thing. We have to go to IU, right? So yeah, we have to go to IU all the way to bend the thing. IU doesn't. Oh, you also doesn't have.
Now we
So
can...
yeah, I think that's the reason why we never choose a rolled out thing or whatsoever. So yes, that's why we took a square one and cut it into place as well.
So you can go to look for the furniture manufacturer. I think they can make very nice.
Yes, they would, but they also charge high. Yes.
Ask for the favor. Like you come with GeorgeKent, we provide.
Maybe you name it with GeorgeKent.
Yeah. So GeorgeKent can provide you all for accommodation, why not others?
Dr. Chung, maybe put there GeorgeKent. So are you allowed to make a pit stop during the race?
Yes.
So how long it will take you to change the battery? How many seconds?
Few seconds.
How many?
Maximum 10. If, yeah. 5, if 4 of us are fixing it together at the same time, it will take around 5 seconds to just change it.
For the competition to be fair, right, they will supply 4 new batteries fully charged before the race. So everyone gets the same amount of battery. But we didn't know. After that, the race during stop, because it's a 2-on-2 race, you need to compete with each other. Go to the other round, compete with 2, another round, then you reach the final.
Mm.
And yeah.
Where is the location?
Jalan Bijak, LCC.
So who sponsored your jacket?
Actually, we bought it.
I bought it.
We will buy it. Bosch will sponsor us a uniform actually. And during the race, they will actually sponsor us a uniform for the pit staff and driver. So. And this is not just a national competition, it is also an international competition. The winner for this race will represent Malaysia. Two teams will represent Malaysia to compete with other countries from Thailand,
Germany,
Korea, Philippines, China. And we will be competing in China, Beijing, for the finals. And the winner for that will go to Germany.
So when are you graduating?
Me, I'm graduating by next year.
So HR. So there you go.
You mean your 3-wheel invention could be faster than a 4-wheel?
Yes, in terms of weight, because a 4-wheel will require an extra wheel, they will require extra amount of friction. So due to efficiency, this will be much faster, in a sense, yes. As well as to the tilting system, we can actually out-corner a 4-wheel drive, a 4-wheel car. When a 4-wheel actually want to corner, they will actually have to slow down before cornering. And because of our tilting concept, we can actually corner at full speed. So that's the reason why we come up with such a thing.
You require more members?
Four? Do you require more members?
Because I found that your design is made of the EE, the electric curve.
Yes.
So like those knowledge from the EE student.
Well, we always ask for help, guidance and such. So if anyone is willing to help, then we accept you with open arms. So yeah, this project cannot only be 4 or 5 person. We don't mind getting help from other people as well.
In your race, you are allowed to change battery. How about tire?
Tire, yes, but it will take time. Actually, anything that happened, any accident or whatever things happen during the race, you are allowed to change at the pit stop. Even tires and such. So if you got flat tire pancit, alamak. Yeah, go pit stop, change. Any questions, feedbacks?
You're not allowed to use a car battery to charge this battery.
No. That's the thing.
No need pit stop.
That's right, no, it's the
Keep on going.
They provide a fixed limit. They do not store for themselves.
Oh, I see.
So for the tire changeover, how to change the tire? Is it fast or?
Okay, the mountain bike tire is actually more like a clamp. The shaft is a clamp type of shaft, so you just swing and then pull it out, change tire, put it back in.
It's a fastener, like you say.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's easy to turn, easy to take out. Yes. In terms of power output, 2 tire power 1, because it's easier to push one wheel and the weight. But when we do this, right, we try to fit in the engine in front, But if we do so, we will have some complication in terms of the tilting system. That's the reason why we cannot fix the rack engine to the front. We wish we would. Okay, for that, as we know, this is what we call a reverse trike design. For a trike design, which is one tire and two tires at the back, when you corner, it is very unstable. Very, very unstable. Imagine you ride a bike and you have two tires at the back of trolley, maybe a bandwagon, and you try to ride it at full speed and try turning it. You'll find out that your back wheel will actually slip off. It will actually slide and drift. And we don't want that to happen because it might injure other participants, and our driver might have the tendency to tilt over as well. So that's the reason why we put two in front, one at the back. It's more stable.
Actually, this design only the tire tilting and not the driver.
When the tire tilts, automatically the driver will tilt. Yes, like a motorbike. Yes. So it's a new experience lah. It's a whole new thing. You know, you go in, you drive. It's something new, something fun.
So when can we see the final car?
Construction will begin next week. Hopefully it will be done by 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time?
Yeah. Including assembly and such.
So what is it that you needed? Do you need anything more for your project?
Sponsor. Ask from Dr. Chong.
So are you asking Dr. Chong what Dr. Chong could do?
Well, we always appreciate any feedback from
Maybe put it, make it brush.
No, the structure, the frame, change it to brass rod.
Yeah, change the frame, change it to brass. Will it be better?
Yes,
Huh?
yes, it would.
Is it lighter?
No, heavier.
Oh, heavier.
But it's stronger.
So any more feedback? None? So if none, maybe last question, what did you learn in doing this project?
First things first, we learn teamwork because this requires a lot. You know, everybody needs to put in their effort, time, research. There are sleepless nights where we will be Facebooking each other, you know, telling them, hey, what about this, what about that? Somebody will put it on Facebook.